What's up, guys? It's your girl Spanish Harley on YouTube. Really excited to be with you here today. So we're gonna go over a couple things really quickly because I am a busy future famous person. So you can imagine that I need to go and do other stuff. But welcome back to my YouTube channel. I said that I'd be consistent for you guys. Remember dogma. Dogma is the idea that negative thoughts or opinions from other people can affect you. They can never affect me. I changed the school system in America, so I'm really excited to, talk deduction and talk intelligence and deduce intelligently with you guys. So you guys had a couple questions for me today. I know that we're just gonna go over them really quickly, and then we're gonna go ahead and upload this video and all that stuff and get you a couple more this week because you guys are a little behind. So yeah. You've been asking me a couple questions online. I wrote a couple down because I want to make sure that you guys all get equal opportunity with the, questions that come up. You guys have a lot. So I've got a lot of people watching me online. Again, how I became Spanish Harley got up to 1K views. So I didn't even try during that. So you guys have been showing me a lot of love with the views and all that stuff, so I really appreciate that. Thank you for the comments. As far as my comment section, I want to go ahead and say I really apologize about my comment section on YouTube. As far as my fan base, I know that we're going to have a lot of vulgar, jarring, lying, fake accounts that are the same people that are abusive and kind of rapey. That's just what's going to be happening. I've got problems with some people. I don't have problems with really anybody, but you know what I mean? That's what happens when you want to be popular. You want to do stuff and people ask you to go be popular and do this stuff. You have to have your own ground and all that stuff. So yeah, we've got all that going on. Yes, we're still doing the lie detector test. Every question on it's going to be very specific. Every 2 years, yes, all of that stuff. The police are going to be present. The questions are going to be worded appropriately, so specifically, including no other surnames or characters you go by and all that stuff. It's going to be very obvious. I'm not lying. So a lot of people ask me how I prepared to become famous. I do have somebody that I am currently with, for better or for worse right now. I don't have kids, don't want kids. Don't have kids, don't want kids. I want to give you a pose for that. No, I'm never going to have kids. I've not had kids, not had an abortion, never doing anything crazy like that. Lost my virginity to a black guy when I was young. I basically have lied all my life in order to not get raped as a child, which I think is a huge problem as an adult. And I can't wait to go into as a person because it shouldn't be set up like that where we fear so much that we are lying as children in order to protect ourselves. And so I'm going to change that. I'm going to change the school system in America. Yes, I'm still doing that. Yes, it's body language. Yes, I talk about telepathy. It is within the 1 to 2 year after, that it, in America, it takes 1 to 2 years to process properly and all that stuff. So you guys know what's the realm of healthiness here. If you want to go and cross that boundary with people because, you're a bad person or you want to be abusive or something like that, I always say, and I'm going to be doing this in TED Talks and talking about it online, telepathy and all that stuff, it's dogma. Dogma is the idea that negative thoughts or opinions can affect you, and you just have to be on top of dogma as much as you possibly can throughout your life. So I'm going to show you online, obviously, but yeah. Am I going back to veganism? You guys know I had the 6 months, I turned to a year of veganism, perusing different kinds of religions and all that stuff. Am I going back to veganism? The answer is absolutely yes. I just quit smoking at 30 because I just can't keep on having the smoke, but I'm still going to be, still going to Massachusetts, smoking marijuana, not smoking, but you know, vaping and all that stuff where it's legal and all that. So yes, like the witchcraft stuff, I'm getting some tattoos. I know you guys are excited. I'm getting Solomon's seal tattooed on the inside of my left palm. It means divine protection against all evil. I'm very big into, again, the cult, so anything that's like for a witch, taking anything with your left hand is negative, so, you know, can cause negative. So I just put a protection seal on my left hand, fix all of that. Preparing to be famous. Now you guys ask a lot of questions about my significant other, till death do us part, all that stuff. If I have gang ties, if I have more gang ties than him. The answer is yes, I do have more gang ties than he does. My family is more associated in Massachusetts with Latin kings, my cousins and all that stuff. Back there, they have like an understanding that race doesn't matter as far as Spanish is. So any kind of Spanish can kind of like be with them. They're proud to have you most times. You know, they got a lot of, you know, drugs come from all over the world. So it's good to have important ties with people without racism as far as like that's associated with Spanish. But yeah, my husband, no, he's got like, he's been around biker gangs and stuff like that. Or, you know, my husband to be, he's been around biker gangs and stuff like that. Yeah. We're like half married, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. Yeah, how are you equal? So again, I prepared to be famous. I also prepared to date my significant other. It took me 2 years in between dating him. So we dated the first time when I was 26 for 3 months. Then there were 2 years in between. I told my mom and all my family what happened with all of the stuff going on with me. I talk about that on my YouTube, obviously. Still talk about it. You know, in these 2 years, I prepared because I'm going to get more popular online. I want to really make an impact, and based off everything that's happened to me, I just want to make a positive impact. So, you know, I had to prepare myself for anything. My significant other is, you know, he's, again, nobody here that I know or anything like that is close to racist or anything, and it's on the lie detector test for me, so I really hate it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a very big, I don't like being accused of being weirder when I actually am not a kind of a fucking person. But yeah, so, you know, preparing to date him because he has a lot of kids from other people. You know, it could have been dangerous and stuff like that. He's half the demographic that I've had a problem with. And I didn't initially know when we first dated that he was, but the second time that we dated, I did, and I had my friends backing me and all that stuff. You know, you never know what kind of situation you can get into when you date somebody who's lives in Texas, lives in a way different state. You go over there, kind of like, you know, and he's been having problems with his health. You know, addiction and drugs is hard for everybody, but you know, like I said, I've never been an addict, or I've never, you know, really participated like that. But you know, I went to charter school and then college. Like I went to New Leadership Charter School, and then I went to college, and I got into a lot of different colleges and all that stuff. Westfield State, the Owls. That's why I have an owl tattooed. So yeah, that's there. When I came out here, my friends had prepared me to date him. You know, I was super scared, so if I'm honest, the way that I prepared for my life isn't the same that anybody else would, you know. But you know, you come out not knowing somebody and wanting to fall in love and all that stuff. You could be killed, you could be raped, you could be hurt by them or anything like that. And you know, I brought, you know, as much as I could with me, all my clothes. You know, I made sure that I brought all my birth control. I brought, you know, again, I was going through depression and stuff like that, so everybody has different kind of like medication, you know, like I loved marijuana, or like I'd take, you know, different kinds of pills, and I brought some pills with me, like sleeping pills and all that stuff here with me, so that I wouldn't have trouble sleeping, because I do have trouble sleeping, and honestly, it's been hard. You know, it's been hard sleeping, it's been hard doing anything really besides focusing on my story and what I'm doing, because it's so intense and almost, you know, so freaking, it's just like there's so much to do at once. It's terrifying. I'm gonna meet like famous people, like they're talking about like, you know what I mean? They're talking about like Ash Nico, they're talking about like Shakewell, Puya, like Tom McDonald, like big names already, you know. So if I meet those people, you know, I gotta prepare myself for that. I gotta prepare my weight. I gotta prepare fire dancing. I wanna do trapeze stuff. I wanna work on this so hard with you guys. So yeah, I prepared to come over here. Yeah, everything that yeah, as far as my partner, yeah, I did bring a bunch of stuff. Me and him, we've gotten to the point where we are equal. Any damage that he has done to me, like I said, like anything that a man or anything like that, or like any person with this demographic could have done to me, coming out here, I've done back to him. If he's hurt me at all, I've hurt him equally. If he's done anything evil, I've done it equally. So I really want my friends, my like allies, my odd family to know, like, that's something that I really had a hard time accomplishing. Being in a relationship is a hard thing, and you know, being equal is very hard. So any negative thing, he's let me have it back, and that's really cool. And we're going through stuff right now, and he's dealing with his health, so that's awesome. But yes, anything that he could have done to me, I've done to him, and we're even, and everything's cool now. And that took a really long time, and I've been here for a year with my significant other. I'm really excited about it, if it goes well. If not, you know, there'll obviously be description, and you guys will see me like in a more relaxed state with like my friends from jail, you know. I went to county for a little bit, 12 days. I really did. You guys are asking to see paperwork from that. I think I didn't bring the paperwork, but you know what? I'll do it in my next YouTube video. I do have paperwork from county. Yes, I have paperwork, of course, for you. You can see that I actually went to, not college. I did go to college, but you can see that I actually went to Tarrant County for 12 days this December. So I'm really excited. Nobody can control me. Nobody can tell me that I'm doing poorly. Nobody can stop me from teaching mental health. Nobody can stop me from changing the school system. I believe this. I need you guys to understand that nobody can change this. Nobody can change what you want to do in life. Nobody can disqualify you, and nobody can hurt you. People asked me to do this. That's why I'm doing this. Otherwise, I would have committed suicide, all that stuff. Like I said, after being raped, I know that you guys, you know, in general, after being raped in general, I know that you guys want this question. So what did I do as far as my self-image and my body and all that stuff? And how did I feel after my experience a couple years ago? And what is it that's benefited me in the meantime for like an evening? So evening. Like, what did I do to make it even with my discomfort, with my body image and all that stuff? So for me personally, again, I was drugged, and but for me personally, after the experience, I didn't want for them to have seen me naked. So I was very distant in that way, and I felt ugly because, you know, constantly attempting to make me feel ugly would make me feel ugly from other people isn't correct, but you know what I mean? In the situation, you expect you expect that situation to be safer, obviously. So what I did is I made a nude video and I put it online. And the reason why I did that, and I still say this to this day, is because one, I didn't want to get raped. Two, me accepting my body and showing the world my body almost evens it out with how, like, I know my body is immediately, like, originally beautiful. That being said, am I going to get work done? The answer is yes, because I never wanted anybody to see my body like that. So, you know, I don't do porn, I've never been a prostitute, never been a stripper or anything like that, but I did upload a video online of me nude afterwards, and the reason for that is because I had a beautiful body. I have a beautiful body, you know what I mean? My original body is beautiful. You can't, hurt me or, whatever think you did, because again, like, it's whatever. You can't think you did and then, you know what I mean, say that it's something different than it is. And like, I'm different, or I'm uglier, or I'm less attractive, or I'm less me. My mother is beautiful. The body my mother gave me is beautiful, and I'm proud of it. And honestly, in a couple of years, I'll get some work done. Like Tana Mojo has the lip filler, or like, a lot of these girls have their breasts done and stuff. If I want to do that, I'm gonna do that, in a couple of years. My body's beautiful originally, and that is the point with that. The kids thing, I'm never having kids. Not ever having kids, sorry. I'm not ever having kids, not doing it. Don't want kids. I think the world's a really bad place, honestly, and changing the school system and stuff like that is something that I'm obviously gonna prefer instead. Yeah. I think I covered everything. Yeah, expect my hand tattoo soon. I know I'm really excited about the Solomon seal. Talk to you about gang ties, talk to you about everything that I've done so far up until this point, and, me and my significant other equal, eviction problems. We talked about the technology we're making for the company, rape bracelets with cameras on them. We're also doing some rape pens, and I'm going to be streaming my rape bracelet on stream. Or a form like it, if stream disappears. I don't think stream's gonna disappear. But yeah, thank you so much for appreciating me, loving me, and respecting me. And thank you for supporting me. Thank you for asking me to do this odd, because it matters so much to me. We're just gonna full shot this, and COVID-19 is blocking us, but we're gonna have it. By the end of this year, you guys are gonna be up buying merchandise from me and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm emotional, and that's made me cry and have panic attacks already. So I'm gonna make you some cool merchandise with me on it. And I'm not gonna cry, I promise. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. My name is Spanish Harley on YouTube. I'm more than excited to be with you guys, and I love you to the moon and back. Yeah, what else could I tell you? I'm gonna tell you about jail a little bit more next time.